Because I'm such an old lady. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today I thought I would do something that I've never really done before and I just kind of fancied it. So I was looking around online for various different craft things and I found these things. These are basically like transfer pieces of paper. So you draw or colour in onto these bits of paper and then you're able to transfer them onto fabric or clothing or textiles and stuff. And I thought we'd give this a bash, see what it's like. It also looks like it's going to be a super easy project. So I don't think much can possibly go wrong. We'll soon see, but I've read the instructions and everything, so this should go alright.
You stupid bitch.
Okay, so I've bought two of these different kind of transfer things. One of them's already got some designs on, which you just colour in. And the other one is just a plain blank one, so I can create my own design. I thought that would be fun.
It wasn't.
But I think we'll start off with the colouring in one, just so I know what I'm doing. Oh, wait a second. Carefully colour in your design using fine point textile pens. It said I could use Sharpies on the website. Give us 1 second, I'm gonna check if I can use Sharpies. Okay, crisis averted, it's fine. I thought I read it right. I was really gonna be pissed off with myself and I hadn't even started the video. But you can use textile pens for this, and apparently if you use textile pens, you get more of like a washy kind of effect with it. But you can use permanent felt tip markers, and if you use them, you get a more vibrant colour. That's what it said on the website. It doesn't say it on here, which is why it caught me off guard. I thought I read it somewhere, and I think I bought these on a website called GM Crafts or something like that. And I think they were only about $8.50, so not too expensive. If you're wanting this one, it's called just Flower Pattern Transfer Doodles. How many do I get in here? I get 1 and 2. I think I'll go for this one. This one looks a little bit simpler than that one. So that's kind of the design up close, and I think that looks really nice. Right, so I think I'm going to use basically every colour I've got. I want this to be very colourful. I better proper like shit my kegs there, because sometimes I feel like I read things, and I read things that aren't actually written down. I just kind of make it up. But I knew I'd read that you could use permanent markers. I'm assuming this black line, this outline, that's going to get printed on, so I don't need to go over that or anything. We'll just have fun with it and see what happens. I think this is going to take us forever to do. There's so many little sections in here, so let's get started and shut up talking. Okay, I think I'm getting to about the halfway point, possibly even further than halfway. And my god, I have picked the most intricate design I think they sell on the website. What was I thinking? I don't know why I chose this one for. Like my back and my neck.
Lick my pussy and my crack.
Because I'm such an old lady, is absolutely killing us. But I'm getting there. I'm going to take a little break and just have like a wander. I've been at this for nearly an hour. You know when you're kind of concentrating on something, but you're starting to lose focus. I'm starting to lose focus now, and my colouring in, it's all over the place. Lines are going here, lines are going there. It's getting bad. But so far, I'm up to this bit, and I've only got this little inner circle to do, which shouldn't take as long. It's looking really nice, though. That's the thing. Patience and time ends up with nice results, but it's weird. I'm sure when I was younger and when I was a kid, I could concentrate and pay attention better than when I'm an adult. It's mainly my back and my neck. It hurts so much. But I'm gonna have a little break. I'm gonna wander around and clear my mind, and then we'll finish this little middle bit off. Right, I finally finished that. Oh my god. It took so long and so much attention was required. But I think it's looking really good actually. I think that looks super nice. I'm actually kind of shocked that I had the patience to be able to do this, because you know when you're getting close, you know when you're getting very close to giving up. That's what I felt like, but that's really nice. If you get close in, you'll probably see some of the colouring in isn't particularly great. I think they were expecting you to do each individual triangle a different colour. You've got no chance. Not happening. So I took a little shortcut on that one. But before we do the transfer technique, I'll do my second one, which should hopefully be a little bit easier and a little less time consuming. Okay, so with the blank ones, it even has like a little sticker and it tells you to colour this side, so I'm not going to do it wrong. So for this design, I thought I would do a little bit of fan art based on myself, which sounds incredibly narcissistic, but I thought I would try and do like a little doodle based on my Sexy Terry's chocolate orange, because I want this one printed onto a t-shirt. I want my Sexy Terry's chocolate orange on a t-shirt. So I'm going to try and draw this. I'm just going to use my own kind of mind and figure it out. It'll be alright. I want it to be quite kind of expressive and like arty. I don't want it to look very realistic, you know? My hair's doing my head in. It keeps like pissing about and flopping into my face. I need a haircut. I think I'll do the colouring in bit first and then go around it with an outline, because if I do the outline first, the black's going to bleed into the colour and I don't want that to happen. So I'll do my face, which is just going to be a ball of orange. There's going to be a lot of orange in this drawing, but that's the whole point, isn't it? And then big ball. This is definitely out of proportion because my head is not that small. My head in that video was not that small. I have got a big head, but that's fine. And then the legs were orange as well, weren't they? And I've got quite skinny legs, so just little skinny legs. And then we'll do the little booty things. Oh, sexy. Were my arms orange in that video? My arms were orange. Everything was orange. I can't draw hands, so it's gonna be... Oh, wait, no, I had them sexy gloves on, didn't I? So, can't draw hands though. What I'll do is I'll just draw like little circles for my hands, and then I'll add some fake nails. And then I had orange hair. I think I've been very generous with the hair on that one because the wig I wore was scratty and thin, but I think that looks quite good. Were the nails blue? The nails were blue, weren't they? Do some like long, yeah, sexy nails. As you can tell, I'm a very, very, very good drawer, and I know I had some little yellow patches. Okay, and then just colour the entire thing in with orange. Alright, that was so much easier than doing the flower. I think that looks exactly like how I looked in the video. So now I'll just go around it with the black and add some little details, make it come alive. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda really into that. I think the resemblance is absolutely uncanny. I think I've done a really good job. It completely looks like us. My arms are a bit wiggly and wobbly, but still, you can tell who that is. Okay, so in order to get your designs onto a piece of fabric or clothing or whatever, you apparently need a heat press. Or also an iron. An iron will do just fine. So I've got myself a cute little tote bag, and I think for this one, we'll put the colourful flower that I did. I'm just gonna actually iron this tote bag before I do it. And if you're gonna iron it, you want the steam setting off, and you want it at the highest temperature your iron goes. Look at me talking as if I know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I'm just reading the instructions for once. So, we put our design flat down. I'm just wondering, is this gonna melt onto my iron? I hope not, because it's not my iron. Place the design ink down where it is being pressed, ensuring the item is preheated and crease free. Cover with silicone paper sheet to protect the press plate. I don't have a silicone paper sheet. I do have some heat-proof paper. I'll go get some heat-proof paper. I'm glad I read that part, otherwise I would have ruined the iron. Place this face down there. I think that's quite centered. Put some paper over the top, and then 15 seconds. I hope this does work and I haven't just wasted like over an hour of my life coloring this thing in, and it's not even going to stick to my bag. I've been very thorough reading instructions and stuff though, so it should work. I think I would rather press it for longer than not press it for long enough. So I'm just going all the way back over it just to double check, because if I pull this off and like half of it sticks and half of it doesn't, it's just gonna screw everything over, isn't it? So it's better to be safe than sorry. Right, that should have definitely worked. Oh, fingers crossed. Peel away the clear application tape while the material is still warm. No, it hasn't stuck on yet. Needs longer. I'm just wondering though as well with stuff like this, it says you can wash it. I have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. You're gonna struggle to wash stuff like this. Wash up to 40 degrees on a wool delicate cycle. Tumble dry at low temp. Right, that should have worked now. Oh, why aren't you sticking on for? Oh, here we go. It's happening. Oh, yes. Oh my god, are you shitting us? I ruined a little bit at the top there, but other than that, oh my god, what? Are you kidding? Look what I've made. That's professional. You would think someone who knew what they were doing made that. Could go buy my apples and put them in my bag. Yes. That's actually worked surprisingly well. I'm trying to figure out what it feels like. It feels like, you know, when you have a printed t-shirt and it's got like a cartoon character or something stuck on. It feels like that. It almost feels like vinyl. I think this would wash fine, actually. I'm well chuffed. Check me out. I'm so talented. But now it's time for my new merch line of t-shirts, of Terry Chocolate Orange t-shirts. So I want to make sure this works very well because I plan to sell them for millions of pounds. Where would we want the Terry's Chocolate Orange? I'm thinking slap bang in the centre, or do we want to go a little bit off centre? No, I think we want it really far up. We want everyone to see us. Right, and let's get you ironed. Oh, this t-shirt's gonna be the shit. It is gonna be the best thing ever. Oh my god. Oh, what's happened here? Oh no. What have I done? Was I supposed to take this plastic off? Was I supposed to do something here? Oh no. Try the bottom. Why is it like... Oh no. It can't need longer. Does it need longer? But it's getting like proper stuck to the... Oh, I don't know what to do. You know what, I don't know what I've done here. Hang on a sec. I don't think I realised that this entire thing was going to be printed off. Wait there, I think I need to cut it down. Oh, I'm making a proper half-assed job of this. Let's try that again. I need you to work, please. Oh, here we go. Oh, I've completely ruined that. I've ruined it so much. I feel like I should have cut the picture out because I've got a little bit of... Oh, this hasn't gone well. I feel like I've done something wrong. This would have looked really good. What's happened here? Well, if we just think that's what it could have looked like, we could have had this merch line, but I don't know, something wrong's happened here because I've got like a little bit of the print from the colour in bit there. Let me know what I've done wrong with this one. Something's happened and I don't know whether I can fix it, but that's what we could have had. We could have had this merch line. So I think that just about does it for trying these vinyl transfer things. And I'm absolutely gutted. I'm gutted about the Terry's Chocolate Orange one. The bag worked amazingly well. It worked so good. So I'm not sure what happened with the Terry's Chocolate Orange one. I have a feeling I was supposed to kind of cut the image out and that's where I've gone wrong with it, but I didn't realise, did I? It didn't say anything on the instructions either, so it's not my fault. It's definitely not mine. But at least I got a lovely bag. And I also have a feeling that some of my audience will probably do this technique and do stuff like this. So if you've got any tips or any helpful advice, feel free to leave it in the comments, because I clearly need it. But hopefully you did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week for a brand new video. This is what it could have been. Look at it. Oh, it's so sad. You don't look sexy at all.